Hey everybody, it's your girl Claudia Jordan, and welcome to 2022, and welcome to Cocktails. Hey, ladies, yes, let me get some excitement. Welcome to Cocktails with the Queens. We're so excited to be back with you for another year. So y'all know what it is and what we're about to do. So let's get this show started. I'm with my girls, Vivica A. Fox, Selena Johnson, and Lisa Ray will be with us shortly. I think she still thinks it's 2021, so she'll be back with us in a second.
She might be having some technical difficulties with her site,
Yeah, no, for sure. And she be traveling all around the world and broadcasting. So we got
time zones off.
Okay.
Right. So, ladies, of course, like usual, we're dishing about everything that's trending in the news and in social media. So, we have a lot to talk about. And later on the show, we're talking to one of the biggest names in social media and the newest addition to the Fox Soul family, TS Madison, will be joining us tonight. So we had a full house, a house full of queens. Ladies, are y'all ready?
Yes.
Oh, first of all, Vivica, I love that hair. It's giving me like, I don't know, like
it's giving
little
cute
college girl, like young
youth. Yes,
little wicked little pebbles do.
It's giving pebbles.
That's the last of the Las Vegas hairdo, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of Vegas, so that's where you were for the New Year, right? That's where you brought in the New Year?
Yes, I did. I went to go see Usher and his
final
weekend in Vegas. Shout out to my boy Usher.
Yes,
just turned up and turning out Las Vegas. Usher, I told you, I am so proud of you. You are amazing. You deserve a residency in Las Vegas. You had that audience. Everybody was coming to Vegas to see Usher. It literally was a must-see show, and it was great. He did not disappoint. He gave you 2 hours straight. They had to literally last night drag him off the stage. He was like, wait, I'm having too much fun.
Yeah, I saw it on that Wednesday. I was down there. Yes, girl, we was dancing so hard. T.I. came out there and we went nuts. I was like, oh my God, T.I.
Yeah, can I tell you, that's what was dope too, because on the night that I was there the last night, Babyface was there. One from Boys to Men was there, and Lil Jon. When I'm telling you,
John.
And Rick Ross. Rick Ross was in the house.
Ricky Rose.
So y'all were both y'all didn't get to see each other in Vegas?
Well, she was Wednesday. I didn't come till Saturday. I came on Thursday.
I left Friday.
Okay. That sounds so fun. And you know I love me some Vegas, but I've been trying to put myself in a timeout because I'm trying to get my gambling under order.
I put $20 in the machine and lost it instead. That's it.
You know what? I forgot to ask you, Claudia, what's your gamble of choice? Is it blackjack? What was it?
I'm a claps. I'm a clap. Not I'm the clap. I am a craps player. I like to roll dice and talk trash with the fellas, and they look at me like, "Who are you? Like, how do you know how to play?" I'm always
Claudia. Growing up, I used to play craps with my brother. So whenever we're together, we do us a fun vacation. I'm gonna play craps with you.
Well, they got casinos in Aruba where we've been talking about trying to go.
Yes,
I just did a
Queen's Getaway.
That's right.
I'm here for it.
Speaking of Queen's Getaway, we've got our fourth queen. Can we bring her in, Lisa Ray? We see you broadcasting.
Like she's at the getaway.
Looking very tropical.
It looks like she's at the getaway for sure.
What's happening, ladies?
Oh, there she goes. Hey, ladies with the greatness with the lateness. Well, we love
You know what? Let's take a quick break real quick, if that's cool, just so we can set up the shot, because we definitely want to get all this beauty of all four of us in one screen. So let's take a quick break, get Lisa Ray in the squares, and we'll be right back with more Cocktails with Queens. All right, welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. We could not do the new first show of 2022 without our fourth queen. Lisa Ray is now joining us. Hello, Lisa Ray. How you doing?
Hi, Queens. How are you? Yes. Let's
Happy New Year.
Right?
Yes. Where are you? I see water and boats in the background. Very tropical feel.
These are yachts.
Oh, excuse us.
My bad.
These ain't no boats.
Yeah.
Excuse my ghetto ass.
Let y'all know how we're coming in 2022, y'all.
That part.
Big pimpin', spinning cheese. You be out big pimpin' on me.
Well, welcome to the show and Happy New Year to you too, Lisa Ray.
Thank you.
Yay.
So
yes, I heard y'all was talking about Vegas and Rick Ross showed up and Usher did 2 hours.
He was turning up.
Where were you for New Year's, Lisa Ray?
I was here for years and just celebrated with some family and some friends, my squad that I normally do New Year's with, and just kind of, baked in the sun a little bit and relaxed and had a glass of champagne. When I say I haven't been drinking because I've been working out really hard trying to get what Selena is. And one glass of champagne to take you out when you ain't been drinking, I felt like, whoa, I'm tipsy. And then that morning I had a little bit of hangover headache. I was like, oh, give me some water. And I thought I would never say that, but I still got my thing.
Well, Happy New Year once again. It seems like everyone had a good time. We're all in different parts of the world. I was in Lake Tahoe in a bunch of snow. And when we first got there, I told KJ, I said, I want to see a bear or some wild animals. And he was like, what? Anyways, we're coming in late from the club New Year's Eve, and I had my head down because I was falling asleep in the car. And everyone in the car says, oh my God, a bear. And there was a big bear that was in our complex, which is not a good sign that the bears were not hibernating and out looking for food. They should be asleep. Oh, right. They said it was a huge brown bear that was in the community. So we had a good time though, outside of a near fatal bear attack, but it was good. So
why was the bear out? What because of the climate? So he wasn't able to hibernate because it's not cold enough?
Climate change and them not getting enough food. If they're still hungry, they're supposed to be stocked up. Yeah, that's kind of sad.
That's terrible.
Speaking of sad, before we get into our show, we have to send our thoughts and prayers to the family, friends, and fans of the late Betty White. Betty White passed away at the age of 99 and was just weeks away from celebrating her 100th birthday. And listen, we've all seen Betty White trending and people before protect her at all costs. And she finally has passed on. So our thoughts and prayers with her. What a life she led. What a career.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. She was literally in show business for 6 decades.
Yeah. We can only wish, and hope and pray that we're around that long to be able to enjoy life that long. And she was just always smiling and cracking jokes. And she just seemed like she was super duper unbothered all the time. And she went in her sleep, which is like the ideal way to go.
Yes.
That's what I was just going to ask. I was going to say, was she sick? Because I know that she was so popping and just doing the most till it just came out of nowhere. And it was just like, but what a peaceful way to go, though,
Absolutely. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like Cicely Tyson. Like Cicely Tyson, I think she was scheduled to be like on Good Morning America or something like 2 days before she passed away. They're planning a centennial birthday party celebration for Betty White. And then she passed away a week before. This woman was absolutely loved. She was literally almost one of the favorite Golden Girls, so talented and just truly an American gem. And we will miss her. We really will.
Absolutely. And I love to see all the positivity. Like everyone loved Betty White.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the show. The Jasmine brand posted a simple yet powerful manifestation quote that says, make this the last year you say next year. We all do that. Now, as you mentally and spiritually prepare for the new year, what resonated with you most when you heard that quote about let's not, keep saying next year, next year, next year. What do y'all think about this? Whoever wants to go first. Selena, you want to go first?
I love it. I love how, just in general, how people are changing the way that they're, coming into the new year's. I think that when you say new year resolution, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying new year either, because then that allows you to feel like renewed, refreshed too. But I think sometimes it puts a lot of pressure on people to have to do certain things. And then if they don't accomplish certain stuff, they might get down and, depressed and stuff like that. So I think basically whatever works for you to make you feel comfortable with how you come into the year. I think that's what you should do. And I also feel like, 2021, I think 2020 was such a fool that when 2021 came, we were expecting such a turnaround. Yeah. And we're still in a, pandemic, and it was still kind of tough. So I think people are trying to come in with less expectations, but more positive mindset, but just trying to not be as 2022 gonna be the year, and just kind of, slowly coming in, so.
Good point.
With absolutely everything you said, Selena, because that's true. The expectation of next year. And I find myself saying the same thing too, sending out, peace and blessings, right. The past in with the new. And you say that because you are like, this is a new year. So new things got to happen. You know what I mean? But really, it's just a continuation of everything that we have going on yesterday and on your journey. And you're going to add some more things to it to be able to change and do. But change comes whenever you're ready and whenever you set the time to say the time is now. So next year, this year, every year, any year. You know what I mean?
That's right. Vivica, what are your thoughts?
I do my best to kind of like, pay attention to like what people are posting, what's trending. And the one thing that I did notice with a lot of the quotes and everything, that it was accountability. I thought that was the most positive thing that I saw about a lot of resolution, that was like, I just need folks to take accountability for their actions. And it was very positive. I really didn't see the whole usual, like, oh, got to hit the gym again, got to lose 10 pounds, got to this and the third. What I liked that I saw this year for 2022 was accountability of yourself and your actions, and just, it just seemed like it was like grown-up quotes to me, which made me feel really good.
Like
I need for folks to be grown around me. Please do.
That's what? Good point. That's a really good point.
I wasn't even going to lie this year like I usually do and say, I'm going to stop cussing. I'm going to stop being late. I'm going to stop eating sugar, stop gambling. I still didn't fulfill any of them things from last year. So it's just an extension. Like when you file your taxes late and you need an extension, I just need an extension from last year and the year before. So I wasn't going to even bother lying. I'm going to try to get it together eventually. That's my New Year's resolution for the next 10 years. Let
me tell y'all something real fast. When the clock struck 12, I was sitting on the couch and I was not like, we weren't like that. We did our, I was watching the church down to the TV. I was looking at the watch show, watch night. And then we pray, do the little, me and my son and my husband, my other son was asleep. He gives zero cares. Okay. He was actor. But really quickly, I didn't feel like, refreshed and new and all of that. And I told my friend that, and she was like, what's in the rule book? She said, is it in the rule book somewhere that says you got to be happy and upbeat coming into the new year? Like, it is what it is. That doesn't mean it's going to be a bad year. That doesn't mean it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? How you be superstitious, like I gotta be happy coming into the new year, or I gotta be working out in the new year, or you know what I'm saying? So it ain't in no rule books.
Can I tell you, for me, New Year's Eve is the least holiday I celebrate unless I'm somewhere, hosting a party or doing something. But I watch CNN. CNN is the most crunked New Year's Eve coming through that I think they made me happy that it was. So I got happy buzz with them. And by the time it came on the West Coast, I was out. I was like, I already done had fun with CNN now.
They are so lit.
Lit.
Speaking of the new year, it looks like Lala is open to finding love this year. Now, the actress posted a beautiful photo on Instagram with the caption, wishing everyone an amazing new year with more love, more blessings, good health, and most of all, happiness. Love y'all so much. P.S. I saw what you did for Sierra. I mean, I was around for that, and what you did for Issa and Molly from Insecure. So you know the rest. Now, what are your thoughts on her post? And do you have any advice for people who are out here looking for love in this new year? Anybody want to go on this?
I think it's a wonderful thing. I think they absolutely should, and put it out there and say, hey, I'm ready, because we've heard everything that's been going on with her and Carmelo, and we've known that she's stuck by his side quite often and long. And now she's like, you know what? I'm ready, and she's letting all those people out there that's either her fans or potential, companions, to be able to open the gate and say, come.
And you know what I like too about her? I like her post. I think it's honest. I think Carmelo's nuts, but I digress. But I like her post. I don't understand men that want to break up their families. I don't get it, but whatever. I liked her post, and I really liked how she kind of mentioned her friends, because she really does know what goes on in their relationships, and she really does have the inside scoop to their love. So she was like, "Okay, God, look here, I see what you did for my people. So hook me up." And I thought it was a cute way of saying, "Hey, any takers?" She was like, "Excuse me, I'm single." Where they at?
Them DMs is popping right now, I'm sure. Yeah, my DMs never are good. Like, I can't, if me and KJ break up, it's gonna be tragic. Like, there's people in my DMs, I'm like, I must be what? Like, you think like they be threatening me and stuff. It's crazy. Anyways, speaking about social media posts, Devon Franklin, we definitely have to talk about this. Now, he shared an emotional selfie of himself shedding tears, and he wrote that he's experiencing peace and pain heading into the new year. The captain says, I took this picture a few months ago. I'm not much of a crier, so in a moment of deep pain and peace, I took this picture. It captures best how I feel. I share this with you because it's the most honest way to start this year. Now, he also continued with, in our truth is where we will really meet God. And from the meeting, he will guide us, correct us, and help us become the truest versions of ourselves. I'm ready for that. And I'm fully in pain and peace as we start 2022. And that's the truest place for me to be. Vivica A. Fox, what are your thoughts on Devon's post?
Was it for a new book?
Ooh.
I love you.
I mean, I just have to keep it real. I am.
Look at Lisa Ray. Everybody sitting.
Running to social media to, oh my God, this is going on with me. Are there any private moments? That's how I felt when I saw it. I was like, okay, I just think that everyone's just becoming so freaking calculated, and I don't know what to believe anymore. I really don't.
It is weird taking a picture of yourself crying.
Yeah. Right. Get it, Claudia. Get it. Right.
Wait, we do another one.
Ready? There it is. There it is.
Okay, that's the one. And then
that's it.
That's weird to me.
That's
so weird.
God, I was like, look,
guys, he could have been in a moment.
Him as a man, I think he's a great. I mean, he's positive, and I really believe that him and Megan loved each other. But for me, I don't know if I'm just becoming jaded or what it is. But I was just Are we doing a new book? I mean, what are we doing,
guys? I can't lie. Vivica's right. I can't lie. However, maybe it's my devil's advocate in my Lisa Ray voice. Maybe. Okay, so how when you break up with somebody, but then you really didn't want to break, it hurt real bad, and so it just make you do all kind of dumb, random shit. Maybe he was in a random sad moment. You know how you have a random sad moment, you'll pick up your phone and make a wild text, or you just do a wild post just because on a random. He could have just really been really sad, and just this is his way of cleansing. On the positive note, I really liked what he said. I liked the part where it was like, Happy True Year. I thought that was good. That actually speaks to what Vivica was talking about in terms of kind of accountability. So I liked the Happy True Year. I did think that the picture with the tears was weird, but maybe.
Well, let me help you out here, Selena, because I'm right there where both of you all are at. Because I think it humanized him, because everything that you see Devon do is amen, hallelujah, and praise God. And so to be able to see,
no, he's not. I mean, wait, now I got to jump in on that one, Lisa Ray, because yes, he is a pastor and this and the third, but I saw him during times when he was married to Megan, where like people came up was like, oh, you showing your breasts and this and the third, that he checked people like that, and it wasn't all like, do the right thing and this and the third. I just
No, what I'm saying is on his social media, because it's what he's about, the whole positivity and the pastor thing, that his social media speaks towards that. So with him doing the one with the tears, it almost humanized him, because it was something totally different than we've ever seen him do. That's what I mean. But I'm straddling the fence on the tears of why you would post that, because it's such a private moment, till it's almost like, why do we need to be into that? Because we so into you saying amen and giving us prayer, till I would think that you would just offer a prayer of your peace and pain that you're feeling, opposed to taking that picture like that,
Is he doing it for Megan, y'all? You think he may be trying to get her attention?
Well, he's the one that filed for the divorce. And I'm going to say this, I love them. I had to interview him one time. We came here at my Dallas show, and I was like, yo, he is an impressive Black man. Period. That's why it was so odd. But I'm gonna just chalk it up as this. I'm gonna take back some of my little shade. We in our 40s and 50s, we ain't as savvy as the youngsters of the social media rules. So sometimes we do stuff that may come up as corny or whack. Because I got pictures of myself crying. I just never post them. Let me read some of the comments. Tiffany says, I have recorded myself crying and talking before. I won't ever post it, but I do have a video diary. And yeah, so people are some people are guilty of doing it. And so
did it on live TV in my series. I cried down in my series one stage to the next. I cried twice.
Right. Because I think in video, when you're talking and you get caught up, then that's a moment. But when you take a picture,
the picture was like,
that's the one seeing. It's like, I had a moment to go, I don't know if I should do this. Because,
Well, speaking of the moment, it is now the moment that I got to tease our next guest. Coming up next, we have a special guest joining us. My girl, the one and only TS Madison. She's got a big announcement. We'll be right back with TS Madison after the break. Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. And it wouldn't be Cocktails with the Queens without one of the biggest queens out there and one of my favorite queens. Joining us is a reality television personality, LGBTQ plus activist, and the new host of Foxhole's new show, Turnt Out with TS Madison. But before she joins us, let's take a look at why Tuesday nights will never be the same on Foxhole.
uh-oh.
Is it on? Is it on, honey? Is this thing recording? Tuesday nights will never be the same. Oh, yes, honey. What's up, everybody? This is your girl, TS Madison, and I'm coming to you loud, live, and always and forever in color. But this time, darlings, you are about to get turned out with TS Madison.
Please welcome T.S. Madison.
Hi, Queens. Hello.
Girl. Hey, man. How
Oh my
are you?
goodness. I feel so honored to sit amongst such royal beings.
As you should.
Well,
Fabulous and looking pretty in pink, darling.
Well, Vivica, you know what you're giving me? You're giving me very, do you want to ride it?
Okay.
Yes. Come on.
so Madison, T.S. Madison, welcome. We can officially welcome you to the Foxhole family. So now we are all co-workers and co-sisters of the
That's right.
Foxhole Network.
That's right.
And what an honor to have you here.
Listen, soulmates. Let me tell you something about that Claudia Jordan. Claudia Jordan she has an eye for good things, and she's a really good person, regardless of whatever people may have thought about her. She is a really good person, and I'm not just saying that because she she walked me to the table there to talk to James, but it's just because she really is a really good person, and I love her for putting this together. I've been talking about that. I want to have my own talk show and be a television talk show host for a very long time, but it's so many obstacles that come in the way for that. And actually, I'm dealing with some of that stuff now. While I'm getting the show prepared for tomorrow's debut. I do know that it's going to be a very good show. It's very funny, very informative, slightly messy.
Slightly.
I thought they were going to play the clip that I sent you, but I'm glad they didn't. The girls are just going to have to get a piece of that tomorrow.
I am waiting for that. I will watch social media when you play that moment. Okay.
Ain't nobody going to see it, Clyde. Ain't nobody going to pay it no attention, Clyde. They going to be just seeing what's going on. They ain't going to pay it no attention.
Yeah. Okay.
So TS, I'm excited that you have this show. I can't wait to watch it. The trailer looks amazing. But more than, even in your entertainment space, you are an activist for the LGBTQ plus community, which I love about you. I mean, I didn't came on your page and had to cuss people out a couple times. Because I don't like bullies. Yeah. So, but more, so according to PBS and Forbes, 375 transgender people were murdered in 2021.
Yeah.
And making it the deadliest year on record for the transgender community. Can you talk to us about what do you think America needs to do to better protect the transgender community, and especially the African American transgender community, because they seem to be the biggest target?
Well, I can honestly say that for me, I think that the first thing that we have to do for transgender people is to validate our existence, validate our existence as human beings. I think that lots of times people think that we're so engulfed in sexuality that they forget that this is our identity. Being trans is an identity. It's not a sexuality. you know. And so a lot of people are so engulfed in that, and they say, well, you know, I don't want to protect or care about those people because this is some sexual choice that they've decided to be. No, this is who, you know, we are. And I think that now the gift of visibility has been a gift and a curse, because the more that we're visible in social media, in mainstream media and things like that, the more we've become targets and stuff like that. You know, for me, it is imperative that I live my life in a very open space, because usually when something happens to one of the girls, the question always comes up. Did he know, or did they know? You know, trying to justify a murder or an abuse against one of the transgender people, because, you know, they feel like that we're in this for the acts of deception, when we're not deceiving anyone. We're being true to exactly who we are. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and act like that, you know, we're completely innocent in the whole situation of being, you know, up front. A lot of us do live stealth lives, but there are girls like myself who's been kicking the door in and opening up pathways for girls to live outside, loud, live, and in color, and be exactly who you are. Because, honey, it's a new day, and you know, it is what it is. And
that's right.
Here.
Thank you for speaking on that, because I know that you get a lot of, I'm sorry, Vivica, I'm not going to ask a question. I just wanted to say you, I know you get a lot of, you're an advocate, but you also get a lot of criticism that because you're so big of a personality. So every little thing you do, if you don't say things perfectly, and I love how you are, and you're unapologetic in what you think. And I think that's why so many people gravitate towards you. That's all I just want to say. Vivica, I'm sorry about that.
No, I mean, it's because Claudia, I'm not a monolith. Like, I don't follow like the line of, I have my own identity. Yes, I know that I'm a representation of a large community, but I'm also a representation of myself. And there are many things that, you know, a lot of people believe in our community that I might not have those views and opinions, or I might not have those ideas, but I do respect other people's ideas, but some of those ideas aren't mine, you know, and just because they believe that way doesn't mean that I necessarily believe, you know, certain things. And I can give you examples if you ask me. I can shake the table up.
Well, you know, you're absolutely a trailblazer for your community, and you've overcome so many obstacles and stuff like that. So let's talk positive. What does it feel for you to have this moment that you're about to have tomorrow night with the premiere of your own show?
Well,
what does it feel like?
Well, Vivica, I will tell you this. I am very nervous because I don't know, you know, like how people are gonna, you know, absorb it, because this is Fox is a huge thing. It is also Fox Soul.
Yes, Fox Soul.
So it's Black.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's me, you know, occupying a space and opening up the doors for many other trans people to come behind me that, you know, want to host a talk show, have a talk show and stuff like this. So I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm flustered because, you know, we still have little things that we're ironing out, you know, so that we can give you a very great show. But overall, I am honored for one. I am immensely blessed for two.
Yes.
And my gratitude to God and to Fox Soul and to Claudia and to everybody that had their hands working in this is like it's so high.
Can I just tell you one piece of advice?
Yes, ma'am.
Enjoy
the moment.
Do not let the craziness or whatever, just take the time to smell the roses and enjoy this moment is my only piece of advice, being a veteran in the business, because there's so many moments I've had that, like, I look back and I was like, do I recall? So enjoy the moment. This is amazing for you.
Well, I will say this, Queen, I do receive that. And I received that because when my television show debuted last year, or earlier in 2021, the TS Madison experience, I really didn't get an opportunity to bask in that experience because it was so, I was looking for, how could we not, how was this not perfect? How was this not right?
Yeah.
How, you know, and I felt like that I missed the moments of really enjoying that. Madison, you sold a television show to a major network. Yeah. Madison, you sold a talk show to a major network. So I have to absorb that. And I thank you for telling me that.
Welcome.
So let me stick in that in and say this is not your first time around, Mama.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I want to say that you are a great personality, and you're fine with the junk in the trunk that you're working with. So pleasantly surprised to hear you speak very well as well. So that's that. But one of my questions is, I see that we're going TS this and Madison that, and I say Maddie, but what is the TS for? That's my first part of the question, real quick.
Well, the TS meant a lot of things when they meant it. Like back in the day, it meant transsexual, because when I was in the sex work industry, we had to show the difference between GG, which we called them then, was like genetic girls, and TS, which was transsexual. And so yeah, that's how it worked then when back then. But
you said sex work.
Yeah, when I was in that. I was into that because that's some of the cards that a lot of Black trans women have been dealt. Not all of us have been dealt those cards, but some of us have been dealt those cards. And I wanted to become a beacon, for girls who are wanting a way out of that. Just like, hey, you don't have to do that. But I will say now the TS means trendsetter Madison, honey.
Come on.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know that. See, and this is for me, this is the type of interview that I like. I like to ask questions that makes me go, oh, I got some tea that I didn't know nothing about. So thank you for that. Absolutely. Yes, I know we want more of that juicy kind of stuff on your show. So you get a show called Turnt Out with TS Madison.
Yes.
Why that title? Why that title, Madison? Why?
Because it was a play on, people always thinking that you get over here and you get involved with trans people or LGBT people, you about to get turned, or they're gonna turn you out. So come over here and get turned out with TS.
What can you tell me about the show? What can you tell me about the show?
The show is fun. It's funny. It's comedic. We do little sketches here and there. I'm interviewing a mixture of LGBT people, cis people, pansexual people. Like my show is open for the world. I want the world to come and sit down and learn about, the guests that we have on the show. And also I want the key to making someone really understand something is if you can make them laugh, you can teach them. And I've always had that gift of making people laugh, and then after I've made them laugh, I could teach them something. My journey has not been the best, and I was involved in a secular lifestyle that I'm not proud of it. However, I'm not ashamed of it either. And I usually take moments from those dark moments in my life and I turn it into comedy so that I can actually teach you that this was a dark experience for me. I want you to laugh so that while I have your attention, let me tell you what's going on in the world, for people like myself. So, you can see it from the perspective of, I never thought about it like that.
A lot of the great comedians, they actually come from a really dark place, and that's how they're able to make everybody else laugh through their pain. Like that's their survival tactic and mechanism. So that explains why you're so great at this. You have a lot of comments, people in the chat, they are lighting this thing up with the lipsticks, saying how pretty you are, TS trendsetter. They're saying that TS can stand for, they're also saying truly special.
Yes,
and I know this is a big moment. We've been talking for almost a year about this. And I got to come down to set and we're working together on this. And I saw how much of a perfectionist you are and how much is going into this. And you are putting your heart and soul into this show. And I just want to ask you before we go, what do you want people to take away from your show? And one last thing also, TS Madison does not have a show on Fox Soul or does not have the success that she has because she's transgender and people say, oh, it's a trend. Whether TS Madison was cis, trans, gay, straight, whatever, the personality and the heart and the humor is why she has a show. It's that first. And that's why people resonate. And it's not just about one community. She's about everybody.
Everybody.
And can I say that she's done the work? That you've come from, that you took something and was able to catapulted into something else, that you took the negative and turned it into the positive. I commend you for that.
Thank
that you
you,
didn't play victim, that you didn't let one moment define your future.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
So
I want to say what I want the people to take away from this show is I want people to laugh and I want them to learn, but I also want them to see me and see everyone as equal human beings on this earth. I don't want you to think that I want you to give me special privileges because I'm trans, and I don't want to give you special privileges because you're cis. I want us to live in this world in harmony and understand that we are human. Before we're anything, we are human first. And I want people to take that away from this show.
Exactly. You said it best. And you're so much more than that. I know people want to just like let you lead with that, but no, we're not having that. You're leading with your talent, your heart, your personality, and you're just the bomb. And we love you here, Fox Soul.
I love you guys. I love you. I want to say this before I go. I have to say this. I am so honored to sit amongst such amazing women. All of you women have careers that have inspired me to want to be a great woman myself. Like each and every one of you here on this panel are queens by all rights. You have earned your spot. You have influenced the world. And I heard you ladies talking about earlier how you might do something awkward on social media. Honey, we built this. You women built this stuff for me. Look at it. I counted $140,000 for you. That's how you know.
They can go and blow up the bank.
And Diamond over there that made me want to go in there and seem like you're ready. And and Claudia, oh my God, the way you read, my God, today it's something issues. I just want to give you ladies your flowers because you are definitely queens, and I love you, and you all have inspired me, and you possibly might see pieces of you on Turnt Out with TS Madison.
Hello. Well, we cannot wait, and Maddie, it could have happened to a better person. You can catch the premiere of Turnt Out with TS Madison tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, only exclusively because we got her here on Fox Soul. Thank you so much for joining us, TS Madison.
Thank you, Queen.
Sure support her and follow her on all her social media platforms. We love you. Congratulations and welcome.
Thank you, ladies. Bye.
We'll be right back with more Cocktails with Queens after this, and y'all better set your DVRs or whatever y'all do to make sure you don't miss this show tomorrow. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. I'm so happy. Once again, make sure you catch Turnt Out with T.S. Madison tomorrow right here on Fox Soul, 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 8 p.m. on the East, and support our sister here and welcome her to the family. All right, y'all. We have reached the part of the show where we talk about our personal lives, our relationships, and how we have overcome those obstacles in our lives. Welcome to our queendom. Okay, ladies, tonight's topic will focus. Are you laughing at me? What'd I do?
No, we for once we got it.
I was like, I know I can see now that I missed.
No, it's fine.
Do I need a refund on my surgery?
No,
okay.
It's not the ice. You're good.
Tonight's topic will focus on 12 toxic behaviors to leave behind in 2021. Let's get into them, ladies.
Yeah.
1, gaslighting. Number 2, arguing on social media. I can't make no promises. Number 3, trolling in people's comments. I can't make no promises. Number 4, being a controlling, disrespectful parent. Okay. Number 5, emotional blackmailing. Number 6, personalizing other people's issues. Number 7, colorism. 8, toxic masculinity. Number 9, homophobia. Number 10, stigmatizing therapy. Number 11, ghosting, which I hate. And number 12, toxic positivity. Now that's when someone dismisses your feelings in order to reassure you that everything will be okay. Like you complain and crying, girl, you'll be okay. And bitch, I'm crying about something.
I'm sad now. Exactly.
What are your thoughts on this list? What do y'all want to leave behind in 2021? What do y'all think about the list?
I want to leave.
You mean personal behaviors, or you mean things that people do that bug the living daylights out of you?
Maybe personal, since it's about us.
All of that.
I want to leave narcissists behind.
Yeah.
And victims. People that everybody did something to them and they didn't do nothing, and then narcissism.
Ooh, I'm with you when you right on that one.
Can we throw them in the garbage in 2022 or not?
Okay.
Like what you said,
Passive aggressive behavior drives me bananas.
Passive aggressive is a fool. Yes.
Oh,
I think the shedding, Vivica, you spoke about this last show.
Sure.
That
Yes.
you were shedding, people, you know what I mean? And being okay with it, you know what I mean? And that it happens for a reason, you know what I mean? And once you find that out, even if it's this person works my nerve and it's been 10, 15 times and it don't need to be those many times, then that's one time too many. You know what I mean? 10 times can be one time too many. So when you keep going through that with someone, then you get to say, yeah, no more. I don't want any more of that. I don't want any more of that. So I think shedding for me, yeah, I have folks that has made me think that way. That made me go, what is this? Like, why do we have this amongst us? And I don't have this with nobody else. You know what I mean? Like,
somebody, is anybody there?
Yeah, and it's not the same as when you go through something with your girlfriend and you just mad, or like me and you, Viv, not that, because that's nothing. We get over that. That's the friendship. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about somebody that really you got to go, you are working my nerve, and you've been working my nerve, and I've been trying to try to
tell you,
and I can't do it no more.
Right.
So
I can't do it no more.
You know what I'm gonna stop doing? Making other people comfortable that do shit to me.
Absolutely.
If you do rotten stuff to me, I have a thing where I don't like conflict. I actually am like the kid. Like if parents were arguing, I would be so uncomfortable. And I know that's trauma from when my stuff that happened when I was younger. Like I would just hide, or I just cannot stand people arguing. So I would just run off. So I think in my adult life, I didn't realize it till recently. Like a lot of times I'll give people passes that have done some real grimy stuff to me because I just don't like the conflict. And people think I'm the opposite because I read someone on a reality show. That's performing. That's TV. But in real life, I'm actually a big old softie, and I've let people walk all over me that I've been good to. And then to just make it go away, I'll just put my feelings on the back burner. And meanwhile, they live in their life. They don't even know that they even hurt me like that. And I'm over here feeling a way about it, mad. So I'm letting that ain't happening no more.
You know what, Claudia? I agree with you on that too. Like no more letting people off the hook neither. Like if y'all doing some fuck shit in 2022, you gonna hear about the shit. Like no more letting people off the hook. Get them together and then set a boundary.
Yep.
I'm also tired of people throwing rocks and hiding their hands. I'm sick of that too. I'm sick of people beating up on people and then acting like I don't know what you're talking about, and then or turning into like, well, I did it because you did. See, again, narcissism. I need liars to go with them. Yeah. I need accountability to come on through in 2022, and I need people like you, Claudia, to go ahead and say, look, what you did is not cool. Yeah. And no, I'm not going to deal with you anymore because of X, Y, and Z. You get to do that. People don't get to take your space, take your time, take your energy and your love and do whatever they want to do with it, because that's the type of shit that doesn't come for free. That's time. You can't get that back. You get to set boundaries in this world. And listen, like Lisa Ray say, they're not gonna like you. They're not gonna like these boundaries. They're not gonna they're gonna act out even. They're gonna even act out. And they may even say, this person did this, and give long drawn posts, and they're gonna do all kind of stuff.
Messages.
Messages, voicemails. Then they're gonna tell other people it's your fault, and they're not gonna be accountable, but you can't care because guess who knows that you're true inside? He does.
And the fake, I wasn't aware that I did that to you. Listen, when I say something bad and I hurt someone's feelings, I know exactly, like the minute I do it, it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
You know. So all this playing that you don't know what you did. Oh, you're still mad about that? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, no, I am.
Yes, actually, because you know what you did. And if I did it to you, you'd be crying about it on social media and doing more subliminals. Let's get more into this list. Ghosting. I think that's a horrible thing to do. I always tell my friends that it feels good, but I'm like, if you don't tell that person what they did, they continue to hurt the next person and they never learn. What do y'all think about that?
I disagree a little bit.
Yeah.
I believe that sometimes you have to ghost somebody straight out. Not straight out the gate, but I mean, like you have to cut them off completely. If you have told someone and shared with them how they've hurt you before, and then they do it again,
Yes.
that means they don't care about you.
Yes.
They don't love you and they don't respect you, and they think you playing.
And they're not going to change.
They're not going to change. They're never going to change.
Not going to change. And you
Cut 'em off.
have to accept that for yourself
Yes.
to move on. Because like Lisa Ray said, if you keep on going through the same thing, like, are we doing this again?
Yes.
That part. Let's also get into this other one. This is a difficult one. Colorism. This is something it gets put on the back burner year after year. We have to discuss it and talk about it. And we all agree that there is a big problem in our society. It's not just about what white folks have done to us. It's what we do to each other. Yes. And I feel like this is something that we need to really take more seriously and be more aware of how we may subconsciously hurt folks and not even be realizing because we're stuck in patterns or we just didn't realize it. What do y'all think about this colorism thing?
Can I say this? I think the one thing that we have to unlearn is that we say such and such is pretty for a light skin,
terrible,
skinny, thick, whatever that is, and just learn to just say you're beautiful for who you are.
That's a good point.
That's true. That's true.
I
do that a lot.
Yeah, but you know, but it's acknowledging it that when you go to do it, that you go, oop, don't do that. Stop yourself. And then just give the person a compliment.
I like for us to throw all those negative kind of, you know it's shady when you say, oh, he acting light skinned. You're saying he's being a punk. That's what that means, right? Or like you said, pretty.
I'm guilty. My husband is light skinned, but he from the west side of Chicago. So I'd be like, he light skinned, but he carry himself dark.
Well, you know what? We also got to be careful because sometimes amongst people we know and love, I feel like that should be a safe place that get you and your person in your jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like amongst your people, like me, but like, you know.
I mean, I did just say it on Fox Soul on Cocktails with Queens in front of everybody, so that was ignorant. Okay. But I am just trying to acknowledge that I do say stuff too.
Sometimes it do be true though. Okay, we gotta take a quick commercial break. Thank you, ladies, for sharing your thoughts on Queendom and the stuff we're gonna try to leave behind last year. We'll be right back with more after this. Welcome back to Cocktails with Queens. We're having a fun show tonight. Ladies, y'all having a fun time tonight?
Too right.
Absolutely. Okay, someone who kicked off 2022 and the whole New Year's celebration was comedian Dulce Sloan. Dulce Sloan. She became the highlight of CNN's New Year's Eve broadcast after she shared her New Year's resolution. Now, when she spoke with hosts Don Lemon and Allison Camerata during the New Year's Eve broadcast, Sloan shared that her new resolution for 2022 is something that a lot of us been trying to get away from since we was 18, is no more broke D. Now, Lemon and Camerata looked confused as they tried to figure out if she had actually said what she said, and Sloan then hilariously repeated, no more broke D. You know the rest. Mm-hmm. Are y'all ladies in support of this?
I don't know anything about this at all. I don't know about this. I don't know anything about this subject.
It's been her resolution. She was 18.
Listen, because she don't even finagle with you if you.
Not at all. So,
oh my goodness. All thing I'm saying is that I saw the cut when then they went and they kind of showed the little blonde lady, and little blonde lady, she wanted to say, hail to the yeah, but she just went, mm-hmm. And Don Lemon was like, okay, listen, all right.
He's like, girl, you too?
You know what, Claudia?
I love Don Lemon, but come on now, we know.
Yes, absolutely. Like I told you, I thought that they made up for the couple of years that we were not able to celebrate New Year's Eve. And it was good to see them because they're usually very political and they were having the time of their life. And I just love to see that, you know, the way they brought in New Year's Eve. May we all once a day get drunk, be safe, and say, hey, life is what it is. And it was grown folks talk.
And at this stage in the game, if we tripping off of people being themselves and living their lives and after what we've been through,
right
down to this pandemic, listen, you better live your life at all costs by any means necessary. You can't even.
A lot of people didn't make it to 2022, y'all,
and still ain't making it. Still checking out in January.
Speaking of not making it, we have like a minute to talk about this story, but I want to just get y'all thoughts real quick. Stevie J's divorce attorney said, I cannot with you, okay? The attorney dropped his ass during his ongoing divorce case with Faith Evans. Imagine your lawyer saying, I'm tapping out on this. The lawyer filed a motion to be relieved as Stevie's lawyer and added that her colleagues at Fox Rothschild LLP don't want to represent him either. She didn't want to disclose what happened between her and Stevie, but cited there was just a breakdown between the attorney-client relationship. What do you think happened?
She's a woman, too much. Right? He wasn't taking on what she was saying. He wasn't trusting her for counseling. You know what I mean? To be his counsel. And so she was like, what she said, quote unquote, I just can't with you.
I've said before, Stevie let me tell you, it's mommy issues. Something happened where he does not like women. I'm sorry, some ain't right with how he treats them. He just has a bad time with women. Now, he should have got he should go get a man lawyer. They cuss his ass out and get him in order.
Oh, and Claudia, how do you feel about this subject? Because you're over there sipping all kind of tea, and we got about 20 seconds. Come on, Claudia, how you feel about this?
No, I didn't say he didn't like to be with women. What I said is he doesn't like us. He doesn't treat us right. That does not mean that he is gay. That just means he doesn't treat women right.
I would never say that he was gay.
In your defense, Selena, you did say mommy issues.
See, thank you, Vivica. It'll be down to the shade room. Selena says Stevie J is gay.
You know what, ladies? I would comment, but we are out of time. I want to thank Lisa Ray, Selena Johnson, Vivica A. Fox, and our special guest, TS Madison, for joining us tonight. Thank you for watching us on Fox Soul. And stay tuned for Fox series, Our Kind of People. We will see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Mondays.